Everything rocks in the zone 96.3. Good afternoon. You're in the work zone with Willy, and on the phone with us today, guitarist John Connolly from Sevendust. Thanks for taking time, man.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
It's great to hear from you. We're looking forward to the big show 1 week or less than a week away, Friday night, Babcock Theater. And it's actually our belated birthday bash for the zone. It's going to be kind of our birthday party.
Oh, nice, man. Very cool. Very cool.
It's been a long time since you guys have been here.
Yeah. I mean, we took a year off, so it's been a long time since we've been to a lot of places. But I mean, this year's actually been pretty busy. We've hit a lot of places in the United States, but we're getting around it again. So we're trying to hit everywhere that we missed on the first run.
Man, you guys are definitely a touring band.
For sure.
I try to keep track, and I'm like, man, they're everywhere. And you guys are out.
I try to keep track, too. People are calling me like, hey, man, when you get in town, I'm like, when am I getting in town again?
Don't even know what town you're in right now, right?
No. Only because I got outside and I looked around. So it feels like San Antonio today.
Okay. You guys are out on tour with 10 Years, and you've actually toured with them before, right?
Yeah, we've toured with those guys on and off. Hell, probably the last 4 or 5 years. I think we met them about 5 years ago when they were first coming on the scene. But we've toured with those. We were on Shiprock with them, and it's good to be back out with them again.
You guys just dropped your ninth album?
Ninth, yep, number 9.
Blackout the Sun. It was the first number one you guys have had, huh?
First number one on active on the rock charts. Yeah, which I mean, as many records as we've had, some charted higher, some lower, but we've never had a number one on the rock chart. So, I think for us that break, I think it not only charged us back up, but I think it charged our fan base back up too.
Yeah, Decay is rocking, man. We've been rocking that for like a year. We love it.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
What's your favorite album that you guys have done? Do you have a favorite?
The newest one is always the one that you're closest to because it's the one that you're most in touch with. Obviously it had the most recent attention, but there's always something special about your first one.
Okay.
The first one, just because the odds are stacked against you, and it was just, at that point it's just a possibility. Nothing's a guarantee. It was just a matter of us getting in the right place at the right time, getting on a few really cool tours, getting our band exposed to, the masses, and then you look and you go, all right, 15 years later, we're still doing this, So there's something always special about the first one. But other than that, Alpha is very dear to me. That Alpha was a record that it happened so fast and it had such a focused amount of energy to it that, if you could tap into the well and get the immediate, instant gratification out of, okay, we threw the demos together and that record just kind of fell into place, But each record has a special vibe about it. Animosity was the polar opposite from Alpha. It took 20 times as long.
Oh, wow.
But in a lot of ways, that's the reason that record sounded that way. I mean, we've made a million different versions of, how we put together stuff in the studio. Sometimes it takes forever. Sometimes we go real fast. And, for us, each one has that thing. But, if I had to pick favorites, I'd say Alpha, the first one, and then the new one.
And Blackout the Sun's a little bit darker, I think.
A little bit, yeah. There was a lot of things in our life. We're not going to write about stuff that doesn't affect us. We're not going to write about dragons or space monsters or weird stuff. And no disrespect to people who do, but for us, it's more of our therapy. It's kind of like if we're writing a song, we went through whatever that song was talking about, whatever our version of it was or however it affected us, But there was some dark stuff that was going on. Clint had just lost his father. My father was sick. And, we went through a year break that was very much needed, but when you do 2 side projects in the middle of it, it doesn't come without some hiccups and without some, a lot of folks kind of thinking that maybe something's going on that it wasn't. There's a lot of speculation.
Right.
Side projects are out. Sevendust is done, so every day you're waking up to the band is broken up. The band is broken up.
Sure.
And after 5 months, you go, I'm really getting tired of hearing this,
Because you did, that was like, what was that, last year you did some stuff with Scott Phillips from Alter Bridge?
Yeah, we did the Projected. Vinny and I did the Projected project, and Morgan and Clint went and did the Call Me No One project, So when you do full records and you actually have shows, people will start thinking the worst, even though for us it was like, look, man, we've been talking about doing this, for years and years. And when you have a break, when you finally get a break from your main gig, you kind of jump at the opportunity. So,
sure.
But, you know, a lot of those things didn't come without a little bit of, you know, push and pull within the band, within the camp. So it definitely made for some subject matter that, you know, it's funny, as dark as the record came out, we were all smiling and having a great time doing it. You know, love, you know, being back around each other. So it's kind of a weird thing when people say, wow, this is really creepy and dark. I go, cool, because we were in one of our happiest places ever by that point. But, you know, all the things that you go through to lead up to it, you know, that's what you write about, you know, because it's your you know, the short-term memories of the things that affect you in your life. Those are the things that usually come out in our songs.
Uh-huh. What are you guys working on next? What do we expect for the 10th?
For the 10th, well, the 10th is actually going to happen a little bit sooner than we had expected, because we've decided we're going to do, we've had so many people, you know, asking us about the acoustic thing, because we did that Southside Double Wide. We did 14 shows.
Dude, I love that.
Complete accident.
Love that DVD so much. I watched that a million times.
That's cool. Well, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to hop in the studio in January for about 3 weeks, and we're going to do, it's going to be like a really, really, really blown out EP. We'll probably do 5 or 6 new songs, maybe revisit, you know, 5 or 6 older songs,
cool.
Do them all acoustic, and then we'll have, you know, something that we can actually tour with, as opposed to just going out there and just winging some old songs, you know.
Uh-huh.
But that's going to happen in January. So between now and next summer, we're going to be kind of throttling back and forth from the acoustic mode back into the electric mode, because I know that there's a couple of different tours that we're talking about possibly doing next spring. That would be Black Out the Sun, you know, full electric, full lights, full all that stuff. But the acoustic thing is something that's really cool. It's a totally different vibe. It's a lot of fun for us, because we really get to kind of focus on the crowd a lot more than you normally would when you're jumping off drum risers and
sure.
strobes in your face and stuff, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's next on the agenda for the Dust.
That's cool. We're definitely looking forward to it. And we're looking forward to Friday night, Zone's belated birthday bash, the Babcock Theater. Dude, this theater is really cool, too. It's like a 100-year-old theater. We've seen a lot of great bands there this summer, so it's going to be fun.
Very cool, man.
All right. Guitarist John Connolly from Sevendust. Thank you, man, for taking the time today.
Absolutely, brother. And we look forward to seeing you up there, man.
We'll see you Friday night. Thanks a lot.
All right. Sounds good, man.